What's poppin', pretty posse? It's your girl Jasmine, and I am back with another video. In this video, I am going to be showing you how I replace a closure. This unit is about 3 years old. I made this for myself when I was testing out the hair for my diamond collection, which is our raw Vietnamese hair. This unit has been sitting in my closet for months. I mean, literally just sitting there because I have balded out the closure. It's really bad. I haven't worn this unit in a while. That's why it's looking so crazy. I literally just pulled this off the wall, but as you can see, it is balding really bad in the front. I can't even make baby hairs to fix this. Yeah, it's a little rough. Okay, so I mean, honestly, the inside isn't bad, but it's just the edges. Like, I can't even do a little pull back style if I wanted to. It's just really, it's through. So what we're gonna do is, I have already got me a new closure. This is a 5x5 closure of our body wave hair. I have went ahead and washed this. That's why it looks so ratty or whatever, because I went ahead and bleached the knot. So okay, cool. So the knots are already bleached, as you can see. So now all I have to do is color the closure to match the wig, right? So that way I could just take that closure off and put this one on. So the color I used is L'Oreal High Color Magenta. So I will be coloring that and replacing this this closure, this 5x5 closure, using the diamond collection from my product site, theprettypoppincollection.com. So if you're interested in a custom wig for yourself, make sure you check that out, and let's continue with our video. So stay tuned to see how you replace your closure on a wig. So here it is, the messed up closure. It looks a mess, but that is okay because we're gonna go ahead and take it off. So for majority of my wigs, I do sew the larger portion of the wig on the sewing machine, and then when I get to the closure, I hand sew the closure so that a closure replacement of this sort is easier to do. So I just found that thread that I use to sew the closure down, and I'm just cutting through that to properly remove the closure without damaging any of the tracks that are on the cap. So there you go, you got the cap, and here we are with that dusty closure that we are about to replace. So here I have a 22-inch dome head that I'm using. I believe I used a 22-inch when I made this unit. I'm really not sure because it is so old. I could have also used a 21-inch head because my head is actually very small. So I'm not really sure what size I used, but I just went for the 22-inch to be safe. I'm placing that closure in the middle of the cap, and I am going to take the thread and needle and continue to reattach that closure to the cap. When I first put the cap on the dome head, it did seem like there was, a huge gap right here on the side. But honestly, once I started to sew, it literally closed up seamlessly. So if you have that issue at home, don't, shy away or anything. It's okay. It's still gonna fit. You're just gonna have to sew to make sure that it fits. I am pulling that closure very tightly together here on the side just to make sure there is no gap or separation between the actual cap and the closure. And as you can see, there was a little extra piece of this cap left on the side. I'm going to just snip that off. It wasn't necessarily attached to any track or anything. I don't know why that piece was there. So I just went ahead and snipped it off. As you can see, I'm using the method where I go from side to side. So I start in the middle of the cap, and then I sew one side down, and then I come back to the middle and then sew the other side down. It just makes sure that everything is seamlessly blended together and there is, no lopsidedness while I'm re-sewing this closure to this cap that already has this hair on it. Very important. So that is like a major tip. If you're going to do this at home, make sure that you start in the middle of the cap and sew one side, and then come back to the middle and sew the other side. So I am now finished. I am just tying off those loose ends of those threads. But as you can see, it is flat all over again. And yeah, we are ready to do what we need to do next to make sure that this looks like a complete unit. So like I said before, I had to color this hair to match the other hair. Now I believe I used a L'Oreal High Color Magenta, and I did use a 40 developer. But I think that on my first time coloring this, I actually lifted the hair first. And I say that because you'll see in the results at the end that the front actually came out just a tad bit darker than the back, which honestly, it looks fine. I'm wearing the wig right now and it actually looks fine, but I think I lifted the hair first and then I went back with the L'Oreal High Color. But for the purposes of this closure replacement, very quickly, I put the High Color on there with the 40 developer using the measurements that are on the box. I believe it's a 2.4 fluid ounces of color to 2.4 fluid ounces of developer. So I just went ahead and quickly mixed that up, and then I put the color on the ends of the closure to match the ombre that's going on in the back. So we're basically doing an ombre magenta on the closure to match the back. So since I had a little extra color left over, I did put some on the back of the cap, like the other hair that was already colored, just to give it a little extra pop. You know, we don't like us to color, okay? So you'll see when I come back from rinsing this unit, that little pop actually really did make a difference in the back. But I don't like wasting color, so I just tried to use that color on the ends to give the ends a little bit more of a pop. And then as you can see, the color is already sitting at the top on the closure that needed a color originally. So you're just gonna let that sit and process. So this is like the next day or maybe like 2 days later, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you, I started doing all kind of stuff. So as you can see, the back really lightened up. That red got redder, and then the top kind of remained like a subtle red. But like I said, I have a wig on right now and it doesn't look bad at all. Honestly, you know how those synthetic wigs at the hair store, you know, they have like a gradation of color, so the back will be brighter than the top. And that's kind of what's going on here, and honestly I was fine with it. So just to show you the versatility of our closures, I wanted to do something just cute and quick at the top just to give it a little style. So I'm going to do that little zigzag part thing in the middle, you know, with the buns or whatever. And instead of doing buns, I just did like some quick bantu knots just so you could see the definition of this lace. I mean, do y'all see that? It's giving very much scalp. Anywhere I part it, it's looking like scalpy Yana, okay? So I'm going to just give this a quick little style, and I want you to stay tuned so you can see the end result, you know, of the natural pattern of the hair, and then how this actually looks on a mannequin. But as you can see, I'm just doing something cute, but that looks great, y'all. Do y'all see that? It's giving scalp, okay? It's giving very much scalp. It just makes me so happy. Like, I love watching footage of wigs because, baby, this looks good. So I'm using my same setting technique that I use in pretty much all of my wig videos. If you don't know what it is at this point, go back and watch my other videos. I have so many wig videos on here, DIY tutorials, and there are more to come, of course. But this is how I set all of my units. I'm a big mousse and paper wrap fan, okay? Wrap your wigs down so it can be flat. I'm just distributing some mousse throughout the bag so to get that curl popping. And I'm going to go ahead and lay these baby hairs, and I'm going to wrap this wig down and let it dry. That is the tip, y'all. Let's mold it and leave it alone. Mold it and leave it alone. It's gonna give you exactly what you're looking for. When you take that wrap off, it's gonna give. I promise you, it's gonna give. This is going to be the final product. The color looks amazing. I'm gonna be honest with you, it doesn't look bad at all. The colors blend very well, and you're gonna see the amazement of this lace, honey, when I take off this wrap paper. Voila, voila! It's giving Scalpiana. It's giving Scalpiana. Scalp. Okay, cute little zigzag style. We're gonna get some shine on there because I can't stand when it's looking dry. And here is the final look. I like to put it on a mannequin, you know, so we can really see what we're working with. I know that these little bantu knots was a little lopsided. Don't shoot me, y'all. Okay. I was filming and I really couldn't see. You'll see me adjust it in just a second, but I know the bantu knots are lopsided, and that's okay because I just wanted to do something cute and quick to show how this unit came out with this closure replacement. But as you can see, the lace is laid, honey. It's laid. My mannequin looking like she cute. I gotta go ahead and get these pictures so you know I'm look clean photos, clean. Then when I looked at the pictures, y'all, I seen, oh snap, the wig is lopsided. Adjusted a little bit. See, just need a little push over to the side. Give me some pictures so I can make my thumbnail and have my post for the gram. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to see what's popping at the Pretty Lounge. See y'all soon.